Hello, hello. This is Melissa with Ruby Thursday. Welcome to the Thursday live coding sessions. Tonight we will be continuing with our series that folks voted to work on, and that is looking at different front end frameworks and comparing them. So, last couple of weeks we've been looking at stimulus reflex, and then tonight we're going to look at Hotwire, and I'm not sure if that's a one night thing, probably 2 nights, because I am darn tired. So I'm hoping to do like an hour tonight, and then we'll move on to React, which is more widely used in different companies. But the true Rails aficionados would, I would think, campaign for more of this HTML over the wire. It's much more Ruby-esque and not so much JavaScript. So we'll see. We'll see how people like it, and maybe we'll have a session of just like uh, you know question and answer. I don't know. We'll see what happens as we sort of develop these and compare and contrast. So we're doing spikes, which if you're not familiar with that agile term, we are playing around with the libraries, putting together a little demo, doing kind of a Trello clone where there's a card, and then I added a feature that we're gonna like mark it complete, and then so we're sort of that's sort of the basic app, but I'm not doing any tests because usually so many of my tutorials are test driven development, and I'm huge fan of that, huge proponent. But for a spike, you don't need to. The idea is you play around, you make some decisions, and then you throw all that code away and then start your real work. So if I was to build a Trello clone, then I would throw everything away and start over. That is the idea. So if you have any questions, feel free to throw those in the chat, say hello. I often put big on the screen any questions or comments. So I like to talk a little bit because people are getting emails and notifications and coming in. But I do want to go ahead and get started so that we can work on stuff. So disclaimer this week, I had a little bit more time previous to looking at stimulus reflex, to really, watch a couple tutorials, that kind of thing. I have not done anything on Hotwire. I will reveal some side projects I've been working on. So it's been very long days, as well as just spending time with my awesome family. So so yeah. So I am. This session may be a little bit of like read along, but we will definitely try to get into the code as well. So I have a couple things open, so hopefully we can run through and try to adapt that to what we're doing. So that is the idea. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I should probably go to like the home page and look at what it is again. But just a review of like this is how I didn't close it. It's not running. I've like made a new branch and everything. But here's basically the output of our test with the stimulus reflex. We added cards and then we marked them complete. So just so you're remember again, like that's what we're aiming for. But I did go ahead and make a new branch and basically start brand new. All we have is the basic card model, and we did that. And so then I may have to add that migration again to add, mark as complete. So we'll just do it again. It's okay. Could have cherry picked, but I forgot, and then I committed. So. All right, let's actually start back with a little bit of their homepage, right? Hotwire, HTML over the wire. So they proclaim that Hotwire is an alternative approach to building modern web applications without using much JavaScript and sending HTML instead of JSON over the wire. Makes it for fast loading. So if you're more familiar with Ruby and Rails, um, It's the answer to React, so you don't have to maybe put on too many hats, which I feel like I do a lot. Sometimes when in working with React and different API backend. Um, so it was created by the same folks as Rails, Basecamp, um, Turbo. Has its own kind of set of things. It's a set of techniques for speeding up page changes. This um, blog post I've read through briefly talks about different features of Turbo, so we'll look at that. And this, kind of it spawned off from Stimulus, right? So Stimulus made their own kind of reflex, and then the Rails folks made Hotwire. So you still are gonna, maybe if you have some custom stuff, use Stimulus. I don't know what Strata is. Ah, maybe not here yet. But it's talking about mobile, which we're not really focused on. Okay, so that's their main website. And then what I did is I looked through this. We can look through it a little bit briefly, just to this gentleman. I want to give credit here. Vladimir Dintimiv. I have seen other posts by him. And so he did a Rails Conf. I haven't seen that one, but I think it's another one. And so this is the way, which I think is fun if you've watched The Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure that's what he's referencing that. So I'm not going to read all that, but basically it's some background. And he's changing turbo links to turbo drive, framing, streaming. We're not going to really do streaming. Well, I don't know if we're going to do streaming. We might. And so here's how you can kind of migrate your app, right? And it's about renaming. So we're starting from brand new. So I don't know that we need to do a whole lot of this. But we might have some of this. And then he talks into some other things. So we may come back to this. I did pull up his files just to have some examples. And then here's the main site here. So we're going to install the gem installs both Turbo and Stimulus. So again, it's all brand new, fresh. I went to a new branch, so we should be able to do this pretty easily. And that's all they give you right here. You can go find other things, I'm sure. So we can go through this and see what's installed when you do Hotwire. Let's just check it out. So let's go to. I don't even know what's open. Hang on, guys. I bet I have to close a bunch of stuff. Okay, let me basically close all. Cool. All right, so again, a reminder that we just have our card description, and that's all we got. So we have, I did do the generate, the big generator that produced all the standard HTML files, just so we had those available to kind of play with and modify. And we did a little bit. Did we do? Is this? No, this all comes with Rails 6 now. Okay, so it looks like we can just. I'm just going to close everything back down. And we can go to our gem file. We don't have too much going on. This is all the standard, pretty much that comes with Rails. I'm even using the standard database, which I usually use Postgres. Cool. And oh, that's right, Ruby. We went all the way up to 3. Okay, so let's just add it here. Oh, this is the better one to copy. Ah. Okay, and then we'll bundle. So just so you're aware, where I'm on this other branch now, Hotwire Spike. Again, just all fresh. Okay, sorry, got a screen, multiple screens going on. All right, so okay, and now let's run that. Okay, now could probably just do Rails. Just like this, Rails. Install and see what files it gives us. I'm drinking wine tonight. It's adding adding all the JavaScript files and then any of the packages it needs. Using Yarn to install them. All right, Turbo successfully installed. Excellent. I'm glad it didn't have any issues. I don't know if there would be any dependencies, if we had like a brand new computer or something. Probably some. You definitely obviously need Node. So those are things we already had in place. So I'm not saying that will go smoothly for everyone, but that was pretty good. So you see that it's installing packs and application.js. We have our now controllers that come with using stimulus and things. And then it did all of the packages, stimulus. It's adding all the stimulus for us. I wonder if they're going to start making stimulus more core to Rails. If people are adopting it, that'd be interesting to see. I mean, maybe I'm sure people already know that, but I'm not up on that. The plans for the next stuff. So, but my guess is it will. I could go look at it, but let's not do that sidebar. That can be another day. All right, so let's actually take a look at these. I'm just curious of the packs. I feel like that didn't come with the other thing. JavaScript packs. Okay, so it's importing and channels, start, import controllers. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so let's take a look then again at the did it import already? Is that where? Yeah, so it already did all that. All right, so we don't have anything happening. Okay, let's maybe play around with this. Something truly new, Turbo Frames. Brings seamless updates to part of the page. Not the whole page as Turbo Drive does. Okay. Interesting that it's similar to an iframe, I guess because it's separate. You create dashboards, multiple to-do lists, and chats. That's what to-do list is basically, I mean, that's really what Trello is, right? So, and mark them as complete. That is what we're doing, right? Okay, to-do list. And let's turn each item into a frame. All right. Um, form for the item. Button, delete. Okay, well, we're not going to do all the deleting. Um, let's see what they did. They wrapped them in a turbo frame tag. Um, the handy DOM ID method from Action View. DOM ID. Right there. That is handy. Added HTML form to make Turbo intercept submissions and update the contents of the frame. We're not going to do a delete button, but that's how you would do it. Now, whenever the form is submitted with the frame, Turbo intercepts the submissions, performs a JAX request, extracts a frame with the same ID from the response HTML, and replaces the contents of the of this frame. No handwritten JavaScript. Updated controller code. Thank you for that. Update. I didn't make a new one yet. Okay. Well, okay, we'll look at the inline, press submit. All right. Let's just look at the streams real quick. So compared to drive-in frames, it's a completely new technology. Excellent. Nothing happens automatically in charge of what and when it should be updated. You'll use this turbo stream elements. Okay, we played around with action replace in the stimulus. Okay. Append, prepend, replace, remove, update. Okay. Some alerts. I don't know if we're gonna really get into that, but okay, there's an update from the Flash. Okay. All right. This is the Rails way. Okay. Before Turbo, I had to add a custom action cable channel. Yep, we did that with the stimulus and the controller to handle broadcast. That's what we did. And then, oh, somebody says hi. Sorry. Hello. Hi, hello. Pronounces. I think it's pronounced Jorge. Yeah, hello, and welcome. So reading over this, I'm about to dig in. This is a long thing here, but Turbo Streams. There's a channel. Okay. General Turbo Stream channel. Stream from workspace. So we have something called a board. I believe is what we called it. Oh, that's what we were calling in the other. It's not in this yet. Okay, this is more of a migration thing, not a brand new. Okay, I'm not going to get into tests because we're just spiking. Okay, so let's look at the form first, right? So let's go back to the form. Here we go, streams. I'm not streams, sorry. I called it. Frames. That's right. Okay. So looking at this HTML, this is the partial. So, okay. That's cool. All right, so let's go look at let's look at it side by side here. We can go ahead and close this for now. Okay. So we're going to look at our card. And here's our form. Um, I think we can continue to just call it form. I know that he changed it to a different kind of partial, but that's okay. We'll just um, uh, have it over. Then okay. Oh, other people are saying hi. Let me look down real quick. Wine and coding, not bad. It did hover in the frame for quite a while, didn't it? There, as I was thinking. And yes, hello, Conrad. Hello from sunny California. Are you not usually in California? I don't think I have it in my head where you reside. Um, hello from dark North Carolina because it's nighttime. But it was sunny and hot today. There's the weather forecast. Yes, wine and coding tonight. It's not every night I do that, but yeah. Or not every streaming that I do that. Okay, so here we go with why don't I just copy paste a little? I actually found it when I didn't copy paste last week, it actually I got in trouble. I forgot a hashtag for the ID. Okay, so this is card. We're calling everything card. Um, oh, so Conrad is usually in California, just trying out a new greenie. Yes. Awesome. I've been to California once to visit family, so that was fun. I guess we can leave all this standard stuff in there. Um, well, maybe add some stuff there. And then we need to close it. All right. Not doing a button. Our updated controller. No partial locales. I see, because it's on a main page. All right, well, we may want to go ahead. We actually did rename it in the other one to card. Rename. That must be the convention here. It still has the form on it, but it's card. And didn't we make a board index? And so instead of this, we can do like, I guess we could still name it cards, but instead of this, we were going to probably load up the, let me just comment it out. It's not really a table anymore, right? We're just gonna, it's at least not what we did. I guess I could just and we're not doing that, right? So we're gonna have load up a partial, right? Under no, I think we still want this. Probably should like look at the other branch. I actually didn't put it on GitHub, so I guess we could always go back and forth, but oh well. So we're gonna render card. Locals card. Yeah, and then okay. Help me out if I've totally messed that up. And my editor does not really help. I don't know why I have it. Like it doesn't. I need to find an HTML ERB. Okay, let's just humor me for just a second. Is there like an ERB? Does that have the most? It came up first. Yeah. All right, let's install. Is that better now? Yes, that's better. Did it go Ruby RMB? Okay, it's definitely better. That's it. Okay. And then, so we're rendering the card. That's the form. It's not actually, what did they do in their HTML again? I'm just sort of understanding it. So you have a form. That's always a form? Oh, interesting. Well, how is that new item? I see it's updating. We may want to look at his actual code here. I think I'm getting a little confused between the new form and an updated form. Yeah. Because he has like a new down here. Okay. Update, but where's the new? Oh, interesting. Because he'd set up a bunch of things, I guess, with this is like a change from plain stimulus to turbo. It's not really a brand new project. It makes it a little bit harder to follow. I don't know if I should find a different tutorial or just kind of let's see how bad this is. We're not doing any of those things. Broadcast new item. So it's going to stream. I wonder if this is the PR, but I'm just curious. Any cable rails demo. Is this on a branch? Let's see. Did this actually get merged? Excuse me. No. This is not. Um, but you can explore the code at this point, right? If you went to code, like, um, I just want to like explore. Here we go. All right, so this is, there we go. Okay, so if I just want to see how most things are set up, right? Um, here we go. Workspaces. That's kind of like like we were talking about the board. Let me look. Linkify. Oh my gosh. This is a whole big um, new workspace. I mean, this is all very like fully featured. It's a little bit more than I want to do. So if we just want to show, I think I'm just going to make the index of cards this kind of like workspace. And we'll just call it cards. Okay. Let's see. Is this a new form on the index page? Not yet. I don't think so. Let me see. I think we were still kind of figuring out what to do with it. Oh no. Well, it is. I don't know. We can go and see what it looks like. I don't know if it's going to load. Because there's no cards. So if we want a new card, right, we need a new form, right? So we kind of need to copy this. Let me see what their new form looks like for their items. Oh, they just have an item. Does workspace show have the new? Render lists new. Items are part of lists. I don't want to go that far. If we do lists, new, list, render list dot items. All right, we're not doing all that, but here. Oh, it's really just, this was not, the new was not a partial. Does have the DOM ID, new item. New item must be, go back to controllers. List. Ooh, chat. Oh, sorry. Lists. Whoa. It's on a workspace. Where does it set up a new item? I have to make it bigger. It doesn't have search. Oh, did they move it? I swear search was over there. New item in this repo. That's a spec. Just a new item because I guess items belong to lists. Okay, well, this is interesting exploring, this other code base here. Trying to see. I almost, I almost feel like, and I will let Conrad and Jorge give a vote because you guys are here. I almost wonder, um, because it looks like a lot of the sort of inner workings of Hotwire are very similar to stimulus, right? If we're sort of looking at Hotwire, but we have, let's even go to the JavaScript, to the channels, right? Oh, that's going to be basic. Uh, there's no, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find where the, put it in services? No. No. The kind of stuff we saw. Let me go. Where is the PR? Go back here. Okay, so he took out all these channels. Interesting. Okay. And then, so this chat is a stream and that kind of stuff. Broadcast. There's still broadcasts. It's the chat we're not really focused on. Looking at items, really. It's a new file. Update turbo stream. It's in the view. Interesting. And there's a layout. Okay. Turbo stream. It's taking out all this kind of, it's much cleaner looking. If you, I mean, you're taking out things that like data target and data controller and new lists, and then some alert changes. Workspace, can take out that. I was just looking at there's a front end. This is where I thought, well, there's got to be a JavaScript controller. That's what I was looking for. So front end. Okay. There's app, and then there's front end. Interesting how they organize this. Okay. And then here's all of the, because packs came, like when we just installed, use the install uh, task from Hotwire, it added a folder packs here, just in the regular JavaScript folder. But they seem to have renamed that front end, it seems like, because they don't have a JavaScript folder. Got it. Front end. Because that's what I was trying to find. Like, is this all kind of similar stuff here? Not the chat. I don't want chat. I want workspace is what they're calling their bigger thing. Right. Okay. So all this was kind of in there with stimulus, which is interesting. So it's really, it seems to definitely be, there are some things that change from stimulus, but I think a lot is, or stimulus reflex, but a lot is kind of similar. So I'm almost wondering. Oh, hello. Let me. No, Conrad, you missed my. Okay, so I will put this up on the big screen. Did you take a look at the DHH Hotwire video? No, not yet. I admitted at the top of the show, I think before anybody joined, that I had not had a chance to do much. So today was kind of a reading through and looking at it. Um, and so yes, but yes, it did. We did read through the homepage of Hotwire. This guy talking about HTML over the wire, no JavaScript. Um, Interesting. Thank you for this feedback that it's becoming, I guess, convention, I would say. I don't know, patterns. That some repos use front end folders of JavaScript folder, but it's the same idea. I see. Well, why think in the terms of JavaScript if there's really not that much JavaScript in it, right? Because I guess if you look at this, um, this folder here, this front end, and you look at the different things happening, right? There's a controller, like the workspace controller, right? But it's all calling kind of Ruby. Well, I mean, I guess it's JavaScript. Mutate. It's got this kind of camel case to it. You're importing like JavaScript. It is a JavaScript file. Yes, it's a JavaScript file. But I guess I'm curious the thought process behind sort of saying front end as opposed to JavaScript. I guess it looks like you're having some styles in here too. Putting it all together. Cool. All right. That's interesting. But I sort of still not saying my ultimate question. So my ultimate question is, I wonder if it almost would be easier, um, since all of these controls and things are very similar to stimulus reflex, um, in the use of the JavaScript controllers and things. If actually it would be easier to go back to the other branch and make a new branch, having all of those in your things already sort of figured out. We're just changing a few things. Like it's sort of what this blog post is showing, changing it up as just for like time's sake, especially since I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for this, and to be honest, this is it's learning for me too. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Um, and maybe we just do the form today. I don't want to go too much longer. I am beat. But maybe we just try to get through this form modification, and then work on like we did last time around, um, and work on that mark as complete, because that's going to be a stream, I believe, in this flow, because he talks about so. And I could be wrong, but it seems like they're calling these frames, and I'm trying to think what the other one called it. I'm gonna just stat. I'm just gonna like commit and go back to the other branch real quick. Um, okay, I forget the name of the branch. Uh, auto complete. I will copy paste. Um, so you see how a lot of this is already set up for us. It's a little bit different here. This is, what you'd have to change as part of that blog post. So there was something called reflexes, right? And that's how we did the marking it complete. So I think in Hotwire, they're calling that streams. Um, and right, because we played around with a counter one. And then as far as actually changing it up, let me make this bigger again. Um, oh, that's that. The form didn't change. It was index. We called it the board. Well, anyway, it had different. We had a board channel, right? That um, we could broadcast to. So that seems to be the same. But I guess the concept of frames is how Hotwire is hooking it up more to like an instant thing. So yeah, so I say we do that. Let's see if any other votes come in. I'm just gonna play around with just the form today. And then yeah, again, and then we could maybe do that stream part next week. Okay, so it's because we have everything kind of hooked up here. We've got the channel, we've got our views, um, kind of all hooked up here, except things are referencing reflex. So let me leave things in. Thanks, Conray's like open to what seems easiest. Uh, so this is becoming a switch from stimulus reflex, if you already had it, to Hotwire, but there appears to be like a lot of the same things going on. Okay, so back to the blog post just to get uh, we need to replace um, turbo rails, but not Hotwire itself. Interesting, it's not using that gem, but maybe turbo rails. Does it link? No. Does turbo rails? What's the difference here? We got Hotwire rails. What is turbo rails? Made by the same people. There's DHH already on it. Okay. I feel like I mean, okay. I'm trying to decide the difference here. What's the difference between turbo rails versus hot wire rails? What's the difference here? There's a couple of tutorials. Um, well, I'm sure he appreciates that. Conrad, our DHH, our leader. He's definitely become a super thought leader. I mean, um, uh, Hotwire versus stimulus. Here's some people giving their uh, opinions there. Um, I think actually we could probably like this has all of it, right? I feel like the Hotwire has turbo, so I think we should keep with Hotwire, even though the um, maybe even run the generator. Maybe I wonder what would happen if you install it over stimulus. Let's find out. All right, let's do this part again. So maybe all we do tonight is change it down, but that's okay. Um, let's go to our gem file. Um, okay, yes, confirming the heart of Hotwire is turbo. Yes, that has everything we need. All right, so let's do we have in here? Oh, we put it at the very bottom, stimulus reflex. All right, I'll also put this at the bottom too. All right. Um, all right. Wait. I want to branch off. Um, hot wire from Sim Lake. Bundle. They're really. Um, I wonder if we run the generator if it has like conflicts. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Override it. Yes. Already there. Override it. Okay. That's what I kind of thought. There'd be some things the same. And we could kind of see what changed. Okay. Yeah, let's go here. So this one we kind of care about. Still, I wonder if these, we should actually go and compare what it put in, as opposed to changing. No, it said overwrite. So this is what it would have brought it, what it would have brought in, right? So now it's just removing some imports. Um, Interesting. Okay. And then the application JS, again, yeah, we have hotwired instead. We take out that. It's interesting. Yeah, I think I kind of want to look at these two files on the other branch. And that may be all we do tonight. I am trying to make it a shorter night. All right, get add. You could probably do some git magic and compare the two, but we'll just go back and forth. Install same commit message. Okay. And I want to go look at it was application. Was it in PAX? Ah, PAX has that stuff instead. Um, no, in JavaScript's PAX application JS instead of in the controller. No, I think it did it in there. Because it does have. So this is where we just put in Hotwire brand new, and it had these things. That's what's sort of interesting to me. And then wait. Oh wait. No, sorry. That's totally different. I want to check out Hotwire Spike. Right. Because we had branched off of stimulus reflex. I'm a little in the wrong place. Aha. So no, it is the same. Okay. I'm just curious. It just overrode it. Okay, just looking at that. All right. So I think that's like a really interesting comparison of the two, right? We've definitely compared them. And so I think we'll get a little bit more into using the frame and things like that next week. Actually, losing my voice a little, aren't I? And yeah, so I think this is a good place to start. Next week we'll be on. We'll have um, we'll have all of the channels and broadcasting kind of already set up because all this stuff is not that the controllers. Sorry. Oh, that's right, because we're in the other branch. Come with branches. Check out wire. It doesn't autocomplete. Already have the car controller, things like that. Although this came from Reflex, so we'll have to see and stimulate. We'll have to see what changes. Hotwire part 2. Yeah, you knew there'd be one. I don't think there was any doubt that there'd be a second one. But I think there just will be too. I don't see us going to, once we get, the, the switch over, and then this idea of frame, and then we'll just stream, and that'll be the goal for next time. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining. And and if you're not already on the mailing list, which you probably are, go over to rubythursday.com and sign on up. And yeah, have a great evening. And I'll see everybody next week. All right. Bye bye.